Hello, backtesting every day to trade better. Day 24. Today I will be finding ways to improve my bias, my targets, see special conditions. Already have my set of rules for it and shit like that, but I will pretty much get right to it. Today will be a pretty short session because I'm very tired for absolutely no reason. Usually this hour I'm not tired at all. Today I think all the sleepless nights caught up to me. So I'll do a 20-minute session, something like that. Improving bias. And we'll do a year of that. It will include trading as well in it. We'll do start of 2025 to now. Okay. Got New York open here. On the 4 hour, we kind of closed above the gap. But we're rejecting heavily from what it looks like. But normally I would still target this high. And then the hourly, I would look for higher usually. Where was we in open? So yeah, it looks like we will need some low to get swept. Okay, then from this, I can expect to go higher. And we went lower. I think if we had a gap close, but then still rejecting, the gap is still considered valid because we probably have a volume node on it. If we look more closely at the wall leg, yeah, there's still a volume node in that wall area, just closed above but still rejected. So now that it went lower, so the low, but this low as well, it has no reason to go lower. Got this gap. The only long would be to this gap, yeah, and that would have been a trade. Okay, now here, so the slow started pushing higher. We do have this gap here. I think, I'll overall be looking higher. We swept the high already, so we don't have any targets. So I'll look for lower. Okay, we just expand. And it's a very aggressive open. And 4 hour. I mean, I could look lower from here. Like, now we made the gap, and that would be the trade to this gap. Okay. Overall, I would look higher from here. Obviously, it's rejecting. On the 4 hour, though, we should be going lower. So I would rather get some shorts. So from this high getting swept. So I would rather look for shorts. So we made this gap, and I would probably be doing shorts to this gap. So yeah, that would have worked out amazingly well. Next open, we're still like pushing out the same gap. We already swept this side though. So overall, I would look for lower on the hourly. Let's see. We can already target lower. Yeah, that would have worked out well. That would be the trade for the day, basically. Only as I would have probably not gotten an entry on that. Yeah, I would have gotten an entry on that. Like, only on the 1 minute would you get one. So I would rather see these lows get swept and for price to reverse out this gap. And I would look for higher. This will be my trade to this gap. And it wouldn't have worked out. But with such an aggressive like close on the 4 hour, Okay. I would expect higher, like here maybe it's, let's see. Here we made the gap, would it be early to start looking for longs? Not really, we're delivering of the 4 hour as well. So I could look for longs here. Then again, on the next open, swap the 4 hour, got the gap open. Okay, this is very clear longs to this. On the hourly though, we're looking more bearish. But I do think this gap will get closed. Oh, not really. Now that we swapped the low, I would look for higher. This high, and that would have been a win, yeah. Okay. Okay. So this low one we're rejecting very nicely. We'll expect already to get some longs higher. Oh, it was not open. Okay. Okay, so the 4 hour low got like no lows. I think it would like be very nice longs. This gap. That will be what I'm looking for. Create another gap, yeah. It would have been nice long. Again, all these times we had this long for here. It would have been too early, actually. I think so, yeah. Oh no, the grip is already created here. Let me check. Yeah, we had these longs that wouldn't have worked out at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, we never retested the low, so I guess that long would have worked. So the 4 hour low here, and expect this gap on the 4 hours to get filled, so I'm gonna look higher. On the hourly, we're delivering off a gap. So like easy longs to this high. Yeah, took the high. That would have been the trade for the day. Now it created the gap here. Like next, like we got like longs of that. So longs of that probably this high. Another like easy longs. Based on the say it was clear, very clear. Delivering of the gap, I think I'll look for this gap to get filled next. On the early rejecting of this gap, I'll see lower. So this gap now I'll look for longs. Got this gap, so I'll be looking for longs. With this gap, I will go break even on it probably and target this one. Easy like trade. I would like to look lower. So like shorts to this gap. Swap the high, rejecting. Like with this strong push, I probably shouldn't like trade. Overall, like I don't have a clear bias here. I can't say we're bearish. We are delivering off a gap here, so yeah, that would have been like very clear shorts of this gap. Now that we swapped that, rejecting very clearly, took the low as well. Probably target this high, and it would not have worked out. I'm getting any more long set all day. Here we closed above, very aggressive. So like I would rather wait to see like some kind of rejection maybe. Okay, it closed to rejecting, so I will look for bearish price action. Then we had this like would have been a nice short. So since we pinged that high, I would look for this low. Well, got take again. Next open. I'm going higher. Expect lower from that. Let's see if we get some rejection. We do slightly, so I'm gonna expect for this gap to get filled. Yeah, great shorts. Send some bank holiday on that. Okay, sell for lower, clearly reversing to the upside. Yeah, and from that I will start looking for longs. Created this gap, that will be the long. Yeah, to the 4 hour, so I can look for shorts, and we went to the gap, filled it. Okay, got the next open, we're very bullish. I took this high here, slightly rejecting. I will look for a lower here, for this low. Okay, went just up. I'll target the gap now. And that would not have worked out here. With another gap, would target this gap, and that would have worked out well. Would have been target the other gap. Do one more. Here on the 4 hour, delivering of the gap. Lower, look higher. In the hourly, swap the high. I'll look for the low to get swept, and from this, now take this high. Yep, easy longs. Now the bias flips to the downside. See if we would get some shorts here. Okay. We wouldn't have gotten any shorts, so the first setup only worked. I'm just gonna end it here today. Like, I'm really like sleep deprived, so we'll end it early today. Then didn't get any trades in live, so hopefully I'll get something tomorrow and I'll get to do a trade review, not just a back